Hi, I'm Maureen Calamia of Luminous Spaces Feng Shui.
And I'm Josh Heath. I'm the Lodge at Woodloch's Naturalist.
And we're so happy that you're joining us today for this forest bathing experience. But first, let me say this is one of a 6-video series. If you haven't already done the introduction video, to give you a fuller experience, we suggest that you close this video out. Just go to the description and I have links to all the videos. So go to the introduction video and then we'll see you back. So, Josh and I have collaborated on many of experiences at the lodge at Woodloch together, combining his forest bathing work with my work on the 5 elements of Eastern philosophy. And we just so much enjoy those walks that we wanted to bring that experience to you here today. So Josh is going to lead us on an invitation on the metal element. So I'm going to hand over to Josh.
So what we're going to do today, we're going to work on a lookup invitation. So you can do this anywhere. You can, if you haven't already gone outside, you can take this video outside, and this is a good one to kind of lay down. So if you need to pause the video and get some props so that you can lay back on the grass or on pavement, it doesn't really matter where you lay back. A hammock, we have a lot of those at the lodge, so you can kind of lay back and look up. Looking up is a very important part of what we should do every day, but in forest bathing, it gives us a different experience. So when you look up, you usually see the forest canopy, or if you're in an open space, you get to see big sky, big, open, endless potential, which often puts our brains in motion. It can activate some memories or imaginative sense, which I've talked about in these videos before, which is a very powerful part of our sensory. As adults, we don't use it well. If you have the opportunity to do this at night, I highly encourage that opportunity. Looking into the heavens, looking into the night sky is something that I think many of us don't have that opportunity. If you're in a urban area, there might be a space where you can sneak the peaks of the sky. We've got a full moon coming up. Those are great times to look at the sky no matter where you are. If you're in a rural setting, take advantage of the darker times of the moon phases and get to look into a little deeper into the sky. But this can be done all times a day. And so I encourage you to pause the video and just take 10, 12, 15 minutes to kind of just look up. And then when you're ready, come on back and we'll do our share as we normally do.
Okay. So just to share, as Josh had said, we typically do this around in a circle, and Josh shares or passes around a sharing stick, and you have the opportunity to share or not, whatever you'd like and whatever you're comfortable with. And I just wanted to share today that we've had in my area, which is Long Island, we've had a lot of clouds, even though there's periods of sun and there's been a lot of rain and clouds. And I have to say that looking up today, there's not one cloud in the sky, and the sky is just so blue. And I just feel like I could just go forever, just keep rising up. And I love that the way the sun is right now, it's reflecting the tips of all the trees and all the buds that are reflecting in the sunlight. You see them all just reaching up. It's just, you know, that magical time of year. It's early spring, and everything is just ready to just go.
It's ready to pop.
Yeah, absolutely. So it feels so energizing during the day.
Yeah, I think, you know, this is something I really get a lot out of this. I mean, today I had the same kind of experience today. Like, I'm looking out. So when I look up above my device, I see like endless push. I'm looking all the way into New Jersey. I'm looking into the Kissimmee Mountains. So there's an endless push, and then it's a light blue at the bottom of the horizon. And as you work high, it gets brighter and brighter. So I have that similar thing. We've had the same kind of. I'm in Northeast Pennsylvania, and we have the same kind of weather pattern that you just described. We've had it for about 2 weeks, and today it is. There's not a cloud in the sky. But I love doing this invitation at nighttime. I think that energy of the sky, the energy of the night sky is very powerful at night, because you lose that kind of perspective of awareness sight. You really don't see what's around you in your peripheral because it's dark. So that open space high in the sky is really an opportunity to have these really in-depth connections with that outer space, which always reminds me of indigenous lore. It doesn't seem to matter what culture it comes from, but stories are always told through, whether it's Greek mythology or Native American creation stories. There's all these different stories that are shared around looking at the stars and seeing that. And I think I go back to one of my favorite experiences is a reflection share that I sometimes do. And I use the story of Simba in The Lion King, when he looks at his reflection and the father tells him, always look into the heavens, the kings are always there. So sometimes I feel like there's a lot of wisdom when you look up into the open space.
Absolutely. And it's very appropriate, that transition, is the fact that, oh, I don't know if you can hear the birds behind me, but they
Yeah.
also came in cued perfectly. The metal element is, in Eastern philosophy, is connected with both the heavens, so talking about the wisdom and the divine source, and it's also connected with birds who are flying in the sky. And we had an amazing experience at the lodge at Woodloch in one of our walks, where we had a juvenile red-tailed hawk join us, and literally was in the distance and then came right at our group and then went right up into a tree above our head and was just cawing and calling out to its community. And it was a really amazing experience, the synchronicity that we encounter when we're in the natural world. The metal element is also related to breezes and the air that we breathe, and of course that open sky that we just connected with. And it is expansive energy. But the metal element is also about taking in the breath. Exhale. It's connected to our lung system, which is so important to be able to nourish our body with appropriate air. So we take in, we inhale, and then we exhale all the toxins that are in our body. So the breath is a great way to connect with the metal element anywhere you are. You could be in your car, you could be in your home. It's so important to pay attention to that element. It is the energy of a tree conserving in late fall, when all the trees lose their leaves. They are actually bringing their energy in and preparing for the cold of the winter. So cool, crisp, late autumn is connected with the metal element, as well as late afternoon energy and early evening. It represents beauty and a sharpness of intellect. The traits associated with metal are leadership, authority, organization, integrity, moral, ethical behavior, as well, I love it, as well as beauty in the world. So metal brings us so much. So anytime you want to connect to that metal element to help kind of restore a balance and a feeling of more harmony and calmness in your life, is to really pay attention to deep breathing and then exhale all grief and stress out through the exhale. So a very important element, especially for these times. So I just want to share with you that if you'd like to learn more about perhaps what your primary element is, you can reach my website at luminous-spaces.com and take the What is Your True Nature quiz right there on the homepage. There's a link below. And Josh, how to connect with the lodge.
Yeah, you can go to we have pretty active social media pages as well. We also have a website. There's a lot of information on the website about all the classes we do, including forest bathing. There's a team of us that do forest bathing at the lodge. So if you're looking for that, it's usually offered 3 times a week. You can go there and kind of look for more information when we do it.
Great. So thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Take a look at the other links that are below in the description. Take care.
Thank you.